Good afternoon and hello, everyone. My name is Rich Longo, and I'm your host for another Flycast Partners webcast. Today, I'd like to welcome you to our presentation on what's new with Ivanti ISM. And our presenter today is none other than one of our senior SEs here at Flycast Partners, Bobby McCullough. Now, Bobby McCullough has about 30 years in the IT space, and he has been involved in everything from IT service management, IT asset management, IT operations management, everything in between. He has more certifications and training than I could sit here and list, and has been instrumental in helping many types of organizations, both government and commercial, with their IT needs, helping them get into the right tools that they need at the right time, helping them make sure they have the right processes in place before looking at those new tools, and evaluating the situations that they're in to give them the more bang for whatever that project might be. Before we get started, Bobby, let me introduce Flycast Partners. Flycast Partners offers best in class implementation services and training in IT service management, IT asset management, IT operations management, IT security, enterprise service management, and workload automation spaces using ITIL best practices. Our professional services team has well over 5,600 professional services engagements, both on site and remote. And as an organization, Flycast Partners has over 1,500 regular customers throughout Canada and the United States. I encourage you to reach out to us at 844-FLYCAST. That's 844-359-2278. Visit our website Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We have folks standing by ready to chat with you. Everything from services to general questions to support to new types of software, data sheets, white papers, whatever you may be looking for. Or you can email us at info@flycastpartners.com. Without further delay, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to the star of the show, Bobby.
Thanks, Rich. Welcome, everybody. So today we're going to talk about what's new with Ivanti Service Management, and the latest updates to Ivanti Service Management really revolve around enterprise service management and the the user experience for those groups. Service management's been out for several years, and the natural growth of that product is to bring in other groups that you might need to support through your ticketing capabilities within Service Manager. So if you're a current Ivanti Service Management customer, you may be familiar with the screen I'm showing now. This is the updated old style self-service portal. You notice there's some new icons that are a little more emotive of where that link is going to take you. We've got the ability, so I have tweaked this a little bit from the standard. We've got the ability now to add links here, shortcuts here in our portal. And so you're able to do things like go directly into an incident, or maybe a particular catalog item for onboarding, or maybe a subset of your service catalog for a facility, and so on. But this really isn't the best update for the portal. They've actually created an entirely new enterprise service management portal, very slick and new looking. From here, I'm able to click in any of these areas and go to the subset of the self-service portal. We talked about how I mentioned earlier about how the focus is really enterprise service management. And you can see here where we can go in and do HR services right here from the portal. So now we're coming in and we're actually going into the HR portal. This might look a little more like what you're familiar with. You still got the same type of control over these portals that you had before, determining the parts, the elements that you're going to place on the portal, where they're going to be, the coloring, the fonts, all those type of things. It's just this focus on enterprise service management. Again, not just HR. We've also got facilities management portal in here as well. And it's becoming ever more important. We've got security operations has a portal in here as well now. So this is all available with the latest release, subject to any license limitations that you might have. But along with these new portals is also brand new content. And so we've got some roles here for facilities and roles for HR and security. So if I can come in and change to my facilities administrator role. We've got out-of-the-box dashboards already created for each of these roles. We're really just piggybacking on some of the objects that you normally work with in the system. Work orders are going to be your incident tickets that come in for that facility team. If we drill into one of these here, you should recognize the format, the layout. Some of the fields labels are different. Obviously, it's in this instance, it's facilities related. We've also got facilities requests. And what's the difference between a facility work order and a facility request? A facility request is going to require some type of fulfillment. You've got some type of asset that you may need to deliver or something like that. That's a part of that request. So really nice functionality there for managing those tickets. Preventative maintenance. This is a view into the schedule program that you've seen before in your service if you have service manager, but we're just limiting this role to those scheduled items that are related to facilities. And so here is again where I define that schedule for HVAC check and lubricate pumps. And so this is where we can generate tasks, workflows, tickets if we need to directly here from the automation. Now that's the facilities administrator. We've also got an HR administrator. HR administrator again has dashboards pre-configured and available to give you the information you need about your HR cases and tasks. HR cases are going to be your incident tickets that come in. All of these already have templates already created and available for you to deploy. HR may have tasks to perform, obviously, as a part of the workflow associated with these requests that come in. Those may generate tasks, or you may generate them manually, and you're able to come in and manage those tasks. Individual HR announcements. So if you're a service management customer, you already are familiar with the announcement feature in the tool. This is available both to facilities and HR, so they're able to push out those announcements out as well. We've got a security administrator role. The security administrator role provides us views of different security views of the system, tickets that are related to security, active incidents, a vulnerability dashboard. We've got some data issues here with this particular role. This is very new. We just got it this week. But you've got dashboards again for everything, for each of these new roles. And then I can create my security incidents. Notice here from, again, it's much like what you've expected to see on a ticket in the system. Security will have their own access to reports right here from the menu, and knowledge base as well. Each of these roles have their own access to knowledge. So each of your administrators are able to manage that knowledge, distribute any work that's associated with that knowledge, and help publish those articles. So they're available out in the knowledge portal for all of your customers. Now, so what do we get with ESM with the new update? So you've got a new portal with different levels of access, different portals within the portal for each of these new areas: facilities, security, and HR. And then we provide the roles for each of those. Notice for each of these, you've got an administrator, an analyst, and a manager. So we predefine that work. The same thing for HR. We've also got an HR recruiter role as well. And then for your security, your administrator, analyst, and manager roles. So all of those are available out of the box, pre-configured with dashboards and also access to the business objects that you might need. But it really doesn't stop there, because the all of that information then may also need to be available in your extraction, your big data analytic tool. Customers of Service Manager probably are already familiar with this, but out of the box, we're providing facilities and HR visualizations for every area of the solution, as well as security. Just some examples here. An employee summary to understand where your employees are, who they are, and what department they're a part of, and so on. So a really nice 360-degree or Rubik's Cube view of your employees. Same type of information here on HR cases. Different ways to slice and dice that pie to show that information. What's your SLA status with regard to your cases that you're working? So the same type of information that's been available for your IT teams, for your service desk teams, here within extraction. That same information is now available with specific visualizations for HR, facilities, and security, all within the solution. So the next, I want to show you our some updates here in our Neurons solution. So you may or may not have heard of Neurons. It's our really our overarching platform that allows us to discover our environment, to heal, and to manage our environment. You've got the ability to generate your own dashboards. You've got edge intelligence, where you can come out and quickly see what's in your environment, where it's located. I've got links here to drill into any of these. If I've got questions that I want to answer, what is my logon performance? Very quickly, it can return information. Logon performance on all the machines we're checking is very good. So really nice information that's available here, information that you're able to get about your environment, your entire environment. But we can also drill down into these machines. And so here I'm actually looking at the machine I'm working from right now. And so this is some real-time data that it's actually going out and connecting to my machine, to the agent, pulling this information back in. Lightweight agent that grabs this information that resides on my machine, providing a dashboard of information here. But if I need more, I need to go deeper, I can actually go into that device and find some details about it. Now, again, this is actually gathering real-time data. So this is connecting up to my machine from the server. It's connecting up to our service management instance to pull in any tickets that we might have. And so I understand my performance. I understand how my network might be configured, what my storage looks like, any data sources or CPU and memory associated with that. Right here from the screen, though, I can initiate actions against this device. Maybe I want to execute a script on it or remote control it, but I can also create a ticket related to it as well. If I have recognized an issue with this device, maybe I want to go ahead and create a ticket so that we can resolve that before the customer recognizes that there's something going on. You've also got the ability to generate custom actions or neurons in the system. We'll talk about those in a minute, but that gives you the ability to proactively and automatically heal from the tool without any interaction on your part. So here, looking at the machine, obviously we've got performance information related to this machine. How are each of our executables running? Our services, uh, our service management tickets, our network console, where we can come in and issue commands right here against the machine, and see those commands, the result of those commands return. Our edge intelligence, this is where I can query uh, uh, information about my machine and easily get that information back in real time. I can understand my software that's installed on that machine, and we divide that up between all software and what's licensable. Licensable software is something that there may be an audit or a charge associated with it, so you might want to handle that separately. So we provide that capability. Understanding the patch situation on that machine. Does it need to be patched? You can obviously issue a scan if you need to, and then a details tab to really dive into any of the details related to this device. So I mentioned that we could automatically heal and manage this device. This is through our neurons capability. So what's a neuron? A neuron is a way to recognize an issue and then maybe respond to it automatically. So there's a lot of neurons that are already available out of the box. Maybe these create a ticket, maybe these turn something off or reboot a machine, but very easy to create these. We've also got a marketplace and library where you're able to come out and grab any of these type of actions or triggers. Think of it as a combination. A neuron is a combination of a trigger and an action, and you can grab any of these triggers, assign them to your actions as well. You can create custom stages using queries and scripts. So really a lot that you can do here with the neurons. Uh, just to give you an example, here we're gonna come in and say if uh, uh, free disk space free disk space is less than 10% for drive C. We are going to initiate a clean disk action automatically. It's as simple as that. And so now, anytime one of our machines that we're managing, that we're monitoring, anytime that disk space gets below 10%, we're going to automatically kick off that clean disk activity. Lots of things that we can do here in the actions. You saw in the library, new actions. They distribute new and actions and triggers all the time. You can create your own. You can use scripts as well. So really, you can make this do uh, uh, a lot. You can make it do a lot. You can make it pretty much do what you're anything that you're wanting to do. Uh, uh, Even with initiating webhooks out to other systems and interacting with a user. So lots of help that neurons provides. Uh, Ivanti Neurons also gives you smart advisors. And so as it collects all this data and begins to understand what's going on, uh, Ivanti is seeing that data at a metadata level and understanding a bit of what's happening. And so they're developing and deploying these smart advisors to help you quickly manage what's going on, understanding boot degradation, what's your device warranty states, and so on. Things like device reconciliation. So because neurons can connect to multiple sources for your assets, you may have a need to reconcile those devices. And so here I could say, I want to look at what we discovered in Endpoint Manager that we didn't discover maybe in our with our Neurons agent. So quickly give me that information and give me the ability to look at this and understand what's going on with these. I want to see these 257 devices that I've selected, these portables that are in my endpoint, but do not have my agent yet. I can go out and click my devices page and go right to those devices. So really quick, the big updates with Ivanti Service Manager uh, are the ESM approach that is out of the box available, where you have facilities and HR and security already available, already integrated. They'll have their own ticketing, they'll have their own managing and processing of ticketing, they'll have their own service catalog items, they'll have their own knowledge. But more easily incorporate those into your environment and allow those groups to manage their work and take advantage of the system. And then finally, that output, all of that output that you're going to have available, explaining what's going on in each of those subgroups within your environment, the HR group, security, and facilities. So, Rich, that's really all I had today to show. I hope this was informative.
It was. And thank you so much, Bobby. I appreciate your time. I know how busy you are. And I want to thank our audience for joining us today. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to us at 844 Flycast. That's 844 359 2278. Definitely visit that website of ours. We've got people standing by just to chat with you. That is their purpose in life, is to chat with you about whatever topic that might be, whether it's learning more about Ivanti's ISM and the changes they've made and new additions they have, or if it's data sheets, white paper, services, whatever that is. They're there for you from 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. You can email us at info@flycastpartners.com. Until our next presentation, I'm going to wish everyone out there be safe. And thanks again, Bobby.
Thank you, Rich.